from us, Trent! What is that? It's my mom's taser. I took it from her purse. Just back off, man! Look, just take your punishment. You deserve it. Let me have my retribution and it can be over with.
Just on television here. I'm so happy and excited. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. In this video, a lot of people have been asking me on Instagram and YouTube messages. They've been asking me, yo, Justin, which schools you ever been to all your life? Which elementary school you've been to? Which middle school you've been to? Which high school you've been to? And which college you've been to? That's a good question for you out there, you guys. Seriously. And I would love to share it with you guys. Seriously. So I've been to 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, and 1 college. And many of you guys are wondering, why do I always go to 2 schools? Well, because of the communication and the grades, the commute and the grades at the same time. Because many people are wondering, yo, Justin, which schools you ever been to, right? Like which elementary school you've been to? Because a lot of people are trying their best to get to know me. Instagram friends, high school friends, a lot of social media friends that I have, which is my middle school friends, my high school friends, and my college friends. Everyone wants to know about my personal background when it comes to school, likings, favorite hobbies, games, and all that shit, right? So yeah, you guys, today is the day I'm going to show you guys the schools that I've been to, so everyone can get the gist of what schools I've been to, because a lot of people are asking me, yo, which elementary school you been to? Do you remember? Like, I know it's been over like 20 to 30 years right now, because I'm basically 34 years old, and I've been going to school for a long time. But since I finished my schooling years has been a commemorable memories. And sorry, you guys, I'm near my office window and it's making a lot of noise. Hold on, because this gets frustrating sometimes. I'm sorry you had to hear that, you guys, because every time I record in my office, I have an office window and it makes a lot of noise, like ambulance noises, Department of Sanitation noises. It makes a lot of noises and it's hard for me to concentrate. But it's all right. It's gone now. It's gone. So anyway, I'm going to take you all on a journey with me so I can show you guys the schools that I've been to, all right? Because many of my friends ask me, yo, Justin, which elementary school you went to? Was it the same one as me? Good. All right. Great. Yeah. Because a lot of people have been asking me about my personal hobbies, my background, my schooling, my grades, and everything. But don't worry. You guys are going to know. Because all my life, I've been going to 2 schools. You want to know why I've been going to 2 schools instead of 1 school? Because of the commute and the grades at the same time. But don't worry. I always behaved good. The only time I wasn't behaving good was my middle school years, because I was angry at my parents for not trusting me the full custody of responsibility by taking the city bus and the train. But everything happens to me during my high school years, and it comes out good at the end, all right? So today is the day I'm going to take you all on a journey with me to show you guys the schools that I've been to. The 2 elementary schools, the 2 middle schools, and the 2 high schools that I've been to, and 1 college. But But for me, I'm not going to show you the 2 elementary schools. I'm only going to show you one because my other elementary school is far away from home. So it's impossible for me to record the elementary school far away from home. I'm going to show you guys the elementary school that I went to closer to my grandmother's house when I was younger. Because my sister and I, we both went to the same elementary school together. Only that time, because usually I never go to school closer to my house or the same school with my siblings before, but that only happened one time in elementary school. I went to the same elementary school with my sister, and that's it. But yeah, everything else, my schooling years was good. Elementary school, I did the right thing. High school, I did the right thing. College, I did the right thing. But middle school wasn't the best time. But like I said, I'm going to take you all on a journey with me to show you guys the schools that I've been to. And leave a comment right below. Did you went to that school? Did you went to the same school as me, but you don't know it? Or you would been there so many years ago before I entered? Awesome. So I'm going to take you all on a journey with me today to show you guys the schools that I went to and give a brief summary about it and let you know if one of my favorite schools are better. To me, during my high school years and college years was the best, was absolute best. But you're going to find out the rest today. So I'm going to take you all on a journey with me on this nice, awesome weather we're having today to show you guys the schools that I went to many years. Elementary school, middle school, high school, and especially college. So stay tuned for more, all right? Just like I said, you guys, each school's under 10 minutes, so I can show you guys the schools that I've been to, all right? Elementary school, middle school, high school, and college. Because I was born in New York and I was raised in New York. So the first elementary school I'm going to show you guys is PS 128. Because this was the first elementary school I went to since I was a little kid. Because my grandmother's house was 3 blocks away from the elementary school. So I'm going to show you guys the first elementary school I went to. PS 128 Audubon, which is right here. The elementary school. When we get in front of the entrance, so you guys can see it, all right? Because many people on Instagram and YouTube ask me, yo, Justin, which schools you ever been to? Like, which elementary school, middle school, and high school, right? So I'm going to show you guys the schools that I went to. Each school under 10 minutes, brief summary, my likes and dislikes, and so on, all right? So yeah, the first elementary school I've been to all my life was Herbert Birch, transferring to PS 128 because unfortunately I cannot record Herbert Birch because that school is far away from home, far away from my reach. So I'm going to show you guys PS 128. Each school is under 10 minutes, brief explanations, and my thoughts about it. So I'm here, you guys, PS 128. So I'm going to give you a brief summary about it. The schools that I've been to, all right? Here it is, you guys. The first elementary school I've been to, PS 128. Unfortunately, it's closed right now because usually the schools close early. Usually the schools close early right after the kids come out of school because the last day of school is Friday, June 26th. So I want to show you guys the first elementary school I went to, all right? This is PS 128 Elementary School. The first elementary school I went to. I gotta say, the school is all right, but the dress code, I find the dress code very unsettling. This was the first elementary school I went to right after Herbert Birch. This school is all right. It's absolutely all right. But I find out the dress code very unsettling. And I never liked this school because you have to wear a uniform consistently every single day. And this is the school that I went to closer to my grandmother's house, PS 128 Audubon. Because this was the second elementary school I went to, because the first elementary school I went to was Herbert Birch, but I cannot record Herbert Birch because it's far away from my house, it's far away from my reach. So yeah, this is the first elementary school I went to, PS 128, because it's 3 blocks away from my grandmother's house. Seriously, the dress code in the school, I find it very unsettling because you have to wear a uniform consistently every single day. The best part I like middle school, high school, and college is when you get to wear whatever the fuck you want, because middle school, I find it sucks. It really fucking sucks. So yeah, this is my first elementary school, all right? PS 128. I want to record the inside, but it's kind of closed right now. So yeah, this is what it looks like. My elementary school, PS 128. I'm right here, you guys, right here. About this school, I find it very cool and all, but wearing the uniform and everything is unsettling because you have to wear because of the school's dress code back then, back in the 80s, 90s, and in the year Y2K. I find the school's dress code very unsettling. So yeah, this is what my school looks like, and I will record the rest of my school. Yeah, PS 128, because the school is closer to my grandmother's house back then when I was just a little kid. So I will give you more brief and details about this school. Yeah, elementary school, PS 128. This was the first, actually second, because the first elementary school I went to was Herbert Birch, but I cannot record it because it's far away from my house. So yeah, PS 128, the dress code. I find the very dress code unsettling, and it sucks because you have to wear a uniform every day. But the best part is when I graduated, when it was the last day of school, I didn't even bother wearing a uniform on the last day of school because I didn't want to. It was the last day of school in order for me to go to middle school with a bunch of my friends going to the same middle school as me in the nearest future. So yeah, the elementary school that I went to. 10 minutes about this school, 10 minutes. So here it is, you guys, my first elementary school, PS 128. I gotta say, back then, before I go on, I gotta record each of my schools under 10 minutes. Elementary school, middle school, high school, and college under 10 minutes, because everyone wants to get to know me to find out what schools I've been through all my life. So yeah, this is the first elementary school I went to, you guys, PS 128 Audubon, because it's 3 blocks away from my grandmother's house. Seriously. So me, I find this school okay, but the dress code, don't get me wrong, it fucking sucks. I hated it. You have to consistently wear a uniform every single day. I just find it sucks because I just wanted... I've been waiting for myself in order to go to middle school in the nearest future, because I always tell myself in middle school and high school, you don't have to wear a uniform every single day depending on the school's dress code and shit. Like, right? So yeah, PS 128 was my elementary school. I've been in this school since 1999 through 2004. I've been in this school when I was in the second grade through 5th grade, because kindergarten through 1st grade, my first elementary school was Herbert Birch. Again, sad to say, I cannot record Herbert Birch Elementary School due to my outer reach, because the school is far away from my house and I can't do it at this time. But PS 128 was so closer to my grandmother's house back then as a elementary school student. So yeah, this school is okay, but the dress code, I'm not a big fan. You have to wear a uniform consistently every day. And I remember one time when I was wearing my uniform shirt, instead of the skirt, I wore jeans. But I didn't really get in trouble, because usually for girls, they have to wear a uniform with either a skirt or a blouse or a dress. And for the boys, they wear the shirt and boys uniform slacks. And let's not forget, back in the early Y2K, the uniform is Toast, French Toast, the name of the brand of the school's uniform, French Toast, which is kind of weird because it's basically just like food, French Toast, but that's the name of the clothing brand for the uniform company, French Toast. That's the name of the uniform brand that you have to wear every day. Because I remember my brother and I, and my sister as well, we all wore French Toast brands of the school uniforms. Because this was the elementary school I went to with my sister. My brother went to PS8, which is a few streets over from PS 128. PS8 was closer to PS 128 because my brother's elementary school was closer to mine and my sister's elementary school. PS8 and 128, they were both close. They were like one block away from each other. PS8 and PS 128, like that ass. So yeah, I find this school very okay, but the number one thing I don't like is the dress code. You have to wear the same uniform consistently every single day, which I find it very, very sucks. Why would you want to wear the same outfit every single day? Because of the school uniform identifies the school's dress code to make sure this school is representable, responsible, and very respectful. Any school you have to go that may or may not requires the student dress code or whatever. Because I remember the teachers in this school, in this elementary school, the teachers, they got to wear whatever they want. But the students, uniform, no uniform. You know what happens if you don't wear a uniform in the school? They won't let you in. They won't let you in because you have to respect the school's dress code. Because if you disrespect the school's dress code, you can either get suspended, expelled, or even detention if you disrespect the school's dress code. Because this was back in the 90s and the beginning of Y2K as well. Because in the year Y2K, I started going to middle school in the year 2004. This was my elementary school years. And I'm like, oh my God, do I have to wear a uniform every fucking day? Trust me, everyone that I knew from this elementary school hated the dress code. Not just me, but everybody fucking hated it. They fucking hated it. Even though in this school you couldn't even curse, you couldn't even say bad words, because if you get in trouble by the principal, whatever, because this is elementary school, it's basically little kids, and you have to watch what you say and not criticize the school's dress code with the consistently multiple times you have to wear a uniform consistently every single day. You cannot criticize the dress code. Because I remember one time when I went to my school without wearing the uniform, they didn't let me in. They said, no uniform, you're absent. You're absent. Because this school's dress code was very fucking serious. One time I went to school without wearing a uniform. They told me to come back and change, or you're going to be absent. So I went back home and changed because I didn't want to be absent, because this elementary school, I took it very seriously. My attendance and my grades, I took it very seriously. And this was the school closer to my grandmother's house when I was just a little kid. I took this school very serious. Attendance and grades at the same time. I took this school very serious. And I was one of the top students in my class, because I always get good grades in math, social studies, science, ELA. And sometimes when it comes to math class, I have to go to another classroom because like I said, when I was in elementary school and middle school, I was in special ed. I wasn't in general ed. I became general ed student when I was in high school and college. When I was in elementary school and middle school, I was placed in special ed. I was in the same class with general ed students together at the same time. Some special ed students and some general ed students in the same class together. Like I was in middle school too, and high school as well. But as I got older, I was no longer in special ed anymore. But this was the elementary school I went to, and I had to follow the school's dress code and everything. I fucking hated it. That's the one thing I hate in this school. The uniform, and that's it. So yeah, you get the gist of this, you guys. Yeah. So yeah, this school is okay. Very easy to commute because it's 3 blocks away from my grandmother's house. This school is in Westside 168th Street, and I used to live in Westside 173rd with my mom and my grandmother when I was a kid. Because when I was a teenager, I started living in the Bronx when I was a teenager. Middle school years and high school years in the Bronx as a teenager. But yeah, this school is okay. It's not that bad. I just hated the uniform, consistency, dress code every day. But this school is okay. It's closer to my house, and my sister and I, we will walk together every single day to get here. PS 128 is okay. It's okay. We're going on to my middle school, IS 218, Salome Urena. Like I said before about this elementary school, yeah. So this was the elementary school I went to, and yeah, the dress code really sucks. But when it was the last day of school, I just had to wear whatever I want in order for me to go to middle school, because I find the dress code in public schools wearing the same uniform every day, it really sucks. So yeah, this was the first elementary school I went to, you guys. PS 128, closer to my grandmother's house. The school is okay, but the dress code really sucks. But at the end of the day, I end up going to middle school as I got older. Here it is, you guys. My first elementary school, right after Herbert Birch, PS 128. This school is okay. It's okay, I guess. So yeah, you guys, you saw my elementary school. I'm going to show you guys my middle school next. My middle school, my high school, and college. And then I'm going to give a brief summary about each and every one of them to see what you guys think of it. And let me know in the comments below, have you ever went to the same school as me, even though I don't know it? Good, awesome, great. So the next school I'm going to show you guys is my middle school. IS 218 and Simon Baruch Junior High School 104 is next. Stay tuned for more, all right? Justin's School's Retribution episode. So everyone gets to know what schools I went to all my life, all right? Stay tuned for more. Middle school is next, then high school, and last but not least, college. And then to close out the video at the end of the day, all right? Stay tuned for more, all right? All right, you guys, I'm in my second school, my middle school. to show you guys the schools that I went to, from elementary school to middle school, high school, and college. So this is my second school, my middle school, IS 218, Salome Urena. I just hope I get to record in front of the entrance because there's a lot of things blocking the school's way. IS 218, Salome Urena. That was my first middle school because my second middle school was in the Upper East Side. So I'm here. I'm here, you guys. I'm here. My second middle school, IS 218, Salome Urena. So you guys can see. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Here it is, you guys. My second middle school, IS 218, Salome Urena. Unfortunately, the school is closed because they're doing some repairs, like the windows or some shit. But this is it, you guys. This is it. This is my second. This is my first middle school because my second middle school was Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. This is my second middle school. It's here, you guys. IS 218, Salome Urena. So this was my first middle school because the second middle school I went to was Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. So yeah, I was only in this school for 1 year, in the 6th grade. So yeah, IS 218. This is the best school I ever been to. But the problem is, like, when I try to do the right thing, I get picked on and bullied in my class. Not all of my classmates were bullies, but there were 2 girls that were mean to me, especially in gym class. They will pick on me, and whenever I try to defend myself, I end up getting in trouble by the principal from this school because this was my first middle school before I transferred to the second middle school. All right, so yeah, this middle school is great. I find it very interesting, this middle school, because this was the first middle school I went to before I went to my second one. So yeah, IS 218, you guys, Salome Urena. I was only here in the 6th grade. Like I said, when I try to defend myself and to let the bullies stop teasing me and some shit, I end up getting in trouble. And none of my friends want to defend me because they're afraid that if they snitch, that they could get in trouble too. Because this most likely happened to me when I was in gym class. They will pick on me. Some girls in my class, they will pick on me. So yeah, I end up getting in trouble when I try to defend myself. It makes no fucking sense. But it's okay because I like this school. This school is amazing. The classroom is amazing. The lunchroom is amazing. Even outside near the schoolyard is amazing because after lunch we get recess and shit. So yeah, this was my first middle school because my second middle school was Simon Baruch Junior High School 104, which I'm going to show you guys next. So yeah, this was the first middle school I attended to because, like I said, 2 schools, 2 commute and grades at the same time. So yeah, this school is amazing, especially the assistant principal, Miss Freemauer, Anita Freemauer. She's really nice, but she's always serious. She got like the tough, serious look on her face. Everybody loves her. She's really sweet and nice, but she's always serious. Miss Freemauer, Anita Freemauer. She was the assistant principal of this school. So yeah, you don't play around in this school, like that ass. You don't fucking play around because when you get in trouble in school, you get in trouble by your parents. No shit. But yeah, I love the school, but I was only here for a year because 2 years later I went to a different middle school and it was far away from home. So yeah, IS 218, Salome Urena, you guys. Salome Urena. Unfortunately, I cannot go inside the school because it's closed and they're fixing some window repairs. Because whenever you see this green shit up there, they're doing window repairs of the school, window repairs. So yeah, this was my first middle school because my second middle school was Simon Baruch Junior High School 104, dead ass. I'm going to record this video, each school's under 10 minutes, and move on to the next. We'll see more of this school soon as possible. Okay, you guys, this is my second school, my middle school years, IS 218, Salome Urena. I gotta say, when I started middle school, I was relieved. I was so relieved to get out of elementary school because of the uniform dress code and the telling you what to do shit. But when I got to middle school, I was so freaking excited. The first day of middle school was on Monday, September 13, 2004. And the last day of school was Tuesday, June 28th, 2005. September 13, 2004 through June 28th, 2005. Because when it comes to elementary school, middle school, and high school, it's September until June to start the school year. So yeah, this was my first middle school. And let's not forget, I was only there for one grade, which is the 6th grade. And this school was far away from my house. Sad to say, I had to take the school bus, which I find it so embarrassing because me personally, I was literally mad at my mom and my grandmother because I told them I wanted to take the city bus and the train if I go to a middle school closer to home because I actually wanted to go to the same middle school as my brother, IS 90, but my 5th grade report card says otherwise, because when it was the last day of school, I got my report card and it doesn't say IS 90, my middle school attendance. That the middle school that I was assigned to is in the 5th grade of my report card. In the bottom of my report card, the middle school that I was assigned to go to, it says IS 218 Salome Urena, going to the 6th grade. So this was the middle school I was assigned to from my report card, from my 5th grade report card after graduation. So yeah, this middle school is so cool. I was there with my 2 classmates in elementary school. It was me, Samantha, and Ashley. We were in the same elementary school together and in the same middle school together. Me, Samantha, and Ashley. Yeah, we were in the same elementary school together and middle school together. And all 3 of us, we were taking the school bus as well. When we went to middle school together, all 3 of us, we were taking the school bus. Because let's not forget, 7th grade and 8th grade, I went to a different middle school because of my actions, my behavior. I'm not really proud of it. The way I acted in this school and the way I acted in Simon Baruch Junior High School 104 is no different than this. I was supposed to be in the school for 3 years, but the only reason why I got transferred to another middle school, because I recently got kicked out. In this middle school, I got kicked out because of my behavior and my actions. But the only reason I acted out is because I was mad because one of my classmates was picking on me. And especially in gym class, when I'm minding my own business, this girl used to sit behind me and used to kick me in the back for no reason. And my friends wouldn't even tell the teachers on them because they're afraid that if they snitch, that they're going to get picked on and bullied too. And I was really pissed off that my friends didn't stood up for me and didn't tell on them for the way they treated me. It was the same girl from my class in the 6th grade, but I'm not going to mention no names because people's consent. So yeah, this school was amazing. I love the school, but the problem is when I try to defend myself and stand up to myself to bullies, and when I try to hit back, I'm the one who gets in trouble. And that's not fair because I always tell the teacher it wasn't me, it's them. They always keep on picking on me, and then they always believe the other side of the other student's story. Because 2 of my best friends, they didn't want to tell on them because they didn't want to snitch or get in trouble. They should have defended me. They should have, but they didn't want to get in trouble. So yeah, when I went to this principal's office, this principal, I gotta say this principal is really nice. This principal, this dean, her name is Miss Freemauer. She's very nice and kind. When I met her at her office for the first time, I was there multiple times, but the first time when I was in her office, she gave me a warning. She told me not to fight or cause problems. She told me if anything goes wrong, come to me, talk to me, and we'll sort this out. But when I try to tell, they don't believe me because I get picked on and bullied in my class in the 6th grade, class 611, IS 218, 611 in the 2nd floor. In this middle school, my class number was 611 in the 2nd floor, IS 218. I like the school, especially the cafeteria and the schoolyard. That's one of my favorite things to do at all time. Lunchtime and recess. I love that shit. So yeah, when I went to Miss Freemauer's office a couple of times, she liked me, but she started to get angry with me because of my actions, my behavior. But I keep telling her, and she was nice enough to tell me if anything goes wrong, come to me, talk to me, and we'll sort this out. But when I try to defend myself and stand up to myself, I get in trouble by the teachers because they saw the whole thing. But they don't see my situation. They don't see that. That's why they believe other people instead of me. Miss Freemauer was always kind to me. She said, if anything goes wrong, let me know. Come to me. She said that to me in the first time when we encountered Miss Freemauer, Miss Anita Freemauer. She's the nicest dean ever. Back then, she used to be a teacher, but when I went to IS 218 as a middle schooler, she was the assistant principal. She was the dean because back then she used to be a teacher, but when I started going to IS 218 in September 2004, she was the dean, assistant principal, Miss Freemauer, Miss Anita Freemauer. She's nice and kind, But she's a tough cookie. She's very serious. She always has a serious look on her face. And I just realized that she had the same hairstyle like my Aunt Margaret, my Tia Margarita. Miss Freemauer had the same hairstyle like Tia Margarita, my Aunt Margaret, in 2004 and 5. Because I was only in this middle school for 1 year, in the 6th grade, and that's it. Miss Freemauer is amazing. She's sweet, kind. She's the best. Miss Freemauer, if you're watching this, thank you for making me a better, responsible person than I am today. And let's not forget, Miss Freemauer knew Catherine, not Justin. Miss Freemauer does not know Justin. Miss Freemauer only knew Catherine. Catherine, not Justin. So yeah, Miss Freemauer is a nicest principal, the dean. She's very nice, but she always has a dead serious look on her face just to make sure any kids doesn't cause trouble. Because when she sees trouble, she will fight. She will fucking fight. She will yell. She will scream. She will be like, I don't care who started it. Do it again. You'll get detention, suspended. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Miss Freemauer is so fucking serious. She's sweet and kind. She does smile, but she prefers to act real tough to avoid any confrontation and to avoid fighting, school fighting, or anything wrong in this school property. Miss Freemauer is nice and kind, but she's 100% fucking serious. I always thank her. Even though I got kicked out of that school because of my actions and my behavior, I never stopped thinking about her or my friends. Because when I went to my second middle school, I was not too thrilled. So yes, you guys, IS 218, I was only there for 1 year, 6th grade, 2004 and 5, and that's it. I find this school very, very interesting, nice, and the only thing I love about this school is lunch and recess, because after lunch you get to go outside, but when the weather is nice and shit, like September, May, and June in this perspective, because of the weather conditions back then. So yeah, this was my first middle school before I went to my second middle school. Speaking of which, my second middle school right now, Simon Baruch Junior High School 104, now. So yeah, you guys, this was the first middle school that I went to, IS 218. So here it is, you guys, IS 218 Salome Urena. This was the first middle school I went to before I went to my second middle school, because like I said, 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 2 high schools in my record. It's a good thing I went to 1 college, because 2 schools is enough. Seriously. Here it is, you guys, IS 218 Salome Urena. This was the only school I was in when I was in the 6th grade, before I moved on to the next middle school. So which is coming up next? We're going to my second middle school, which is Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. That's next, all right? Stay tuned for more. I'm serious. IS 218 Salome Urena, you guys. I was only here when I was in the 6th grade. All right, you guys, this is my middle school, because my first middle school was IS 218. Now my second middle school, Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. It's getting a little bit dark because the street lights are coming on, so I'm going to be really quick. So this was my second middle school, Simon Baruch Junior High School 104, right after IS 218 Salome Urena. Middle school, Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. This middle school is amazing because I made a lot of good friends and the teachers were so nice to me, nice and caring. But I have to be really quick because the sun is going down. So yeah, this was my second middle school, because my first middle school was IS 218 Salome Urena in the 6th grade, and I was in Simon Baruch Junior High School 104 for 2 years, 7th grade and 8th grade. So yeah, this is my second middle school. This middle school was nice. A lot of people were nice to me. The teachers were nice. The staff was nice. I gotta love the school, seriously. Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. I like this middle school way more than IS 218 because the way I was treated. But yeah, this school is amazing, cool, great. You get to ride the city bus, the train, Metro card, and hang out with friends after school and everything when you become an 8th grader. So I'm gonna tell you guys brief summary more about my second middle school, because my first middle school was IS 218. My second middle school is this, and right after my middle school years goes to my high school years, which is Manhattan Village Academy coming up next. Right after I give you brief summary about my middle school years, this is my middle school, you guys. I'll give you more summaries about it as soon as possible. Junior High School 104, right after Salome Urena. 2 middle schools each year. Okay, you guys, my second middle school, Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. This middle school was okay. I was terrified because first I saw the background image of the school. This doesn't look like school. This looks like jail. I was scared, and I keep telling my newer classmates I'm not supposed to be here because I wanted to be the school that I was supposed to be. IS 218, Salome Urena, because I thought I was going to be there for 3 years, but it turns out I was only there for 1 year, and I got kicked out because of my actions, my behavior. Seriously. This was my second middle school, Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. I was here for 2 years, 7th grade and 8th grade. This school is very nice and kind. Everybody was nice to me, the teachers, the classmates. I find this school very interesting, and I noticed that this school is 100% serious, more than IS 218. I can comprehend. So yeah, the first day of school was Thursday, September 8th, and when I went to the main office, this nice attendance monitor, her name is Bonnie Doyle. She's very nice. She told me, I'm sorry, young lady, but you cannot go to class. You're not registered. Because it turns out, in order to go to this middle school, you have to get registered. You have to get registered, get an interview, and then go to your new class. Because this middle school is basically, in my opinion, this middle school is more like a middle school / high school settings. So in the summertime, before class is about to start, you have to get registered. You have to see the attendance monitor, the principal, and the teacher, have a meeting with those people, have a meeting with a parent and a student with those people in order for that student to get registered. So yeah, when she told me, I'm sorry, you're not registered, you cannot go to class, you have to go home, get your parents to come with you. So then I went back home. I told my grandmother, because my grandmother asked me, what are you doing home so early? Shouldn't you be in school? And I told her, yeah, the new school that I told my grandmother the situation. The new school that I was in, they won't let me in because of registration. So then I told my mom that she has to come with me on the second day of school for me to get registered, so they could put me whatever class I was going to be. And it turns out they put me in class 744, and my homeroom teacher was Miss, like I said, no mentioning names without consent. Just say Mr. or Miss, and that's it. No names without their consent. So yeah, 7th grade, 2nd floor, class 744, teacher Miss A.W., and that's it. She was my homeroom teacher and my math teacher in the 7th grade. And like I said, I find this school very interesting. Everybody was so nice to me. And I was friends with one of my classmates. He was a boy, he wears glasses, and he's very smart, intelligent, and clean, well organized, and very consistent. Because every time I see him taking out his hand sanitizer from his pocket, he's very clean. He's clean, organized, and consistent. The boy in my class in the 7th grade, he's very nice and kind. He's wonderful with everybody, and he's very serious with his academics, his grades. I think, in my opinion, he's one of the top students in my class. And let's not forget, he was the student of the month in the month of September. He came up to me and showed me the school's bulletin board that shows a lot of kids from 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade student of the month students. He came up to me and I asked him, is something bad is going to happen? And he said, no, something good. So he showed me his name and his certificate from the student's bulletin board that he was the student of the month in the month of September. He's really good. He's one of the students who did so well in each and every class. That's why he became the student of the month in the month of September 2005. Because let's not forget, in October 2005, he was absent for the first time in the month of October. He was absent for the first time. And he's very serious with his attendance and his grades at the same time, because he was only absent 1 day out of the whole school year. He was very serious. And he even comes to school sometimes whenever he catches a cold. Because some students like him and any others show dedication and devotion of perfect attendance and good grades and hard work at the same time. So yeah, I find this middle school interesting. It's okay. But 8th grade was even worse, because my behavior was so worse. I had to leave the school by the end of April or the beginning of May. Even though it wasn't time to graduate or go to high school yet. Because like I said, my behavior, middle school years, I had behavioral issues. And I was acting out to get my classmates' attention, doing stupid shit that I'm not proud of. But like I said, high school years and college years, I turned everything around. I did much better. I absolutely did much better. And sometimes in school, following the rules could be hard. Seriously, it could be hard sometimes, but you have to be consistent with it. No matter how rules you get in every school, every institution you attend to, you cannot disrespect the dress code, the rules, or anything. You just have to sit down, do your work, shut the fuck up, and speak when you're spoken to by any other teachers. And that's it. Just do your job. As a student, do your job. Go to school every day. Get good grades every day. Make friends by being nice and kind to others. So that's basically your job as a student. Go to school every day. Get a good, decent amount of education. Get good grades. And be respectful to your classmates, teachers, and peers. That's your job as a student that you're supposed to be. But like I said, this school was not any other than IS 218 because 8th grade was way worse, especially my behavior. But still, I love this school. I will never stop coming to this school because I went to this school for a visit several years ago to see my 7th grade social studies teacher and my 8th grade math teacher. I went to this school many, many years ago for a visit, and I was really happy. And my 7th grade social studies teacher was proud of me because she found out I graduated from college, and she also found out I graduated from high school because, like I said, high school years and college years, I turned my life around. I started taking everything seriously and getting good grades and taking things very seriously because I didn't want to go back the way I used to act when I used to be here and when I used to be in IS 218 as well. I didn't want to go back to the way I acted and be in a terrible dark road that you don't want to end up wanting to be when you get older. Everybody pays for their mistakes, and we learn to fix them in the nearest future to become better people that we are today. This was my second middle school because the first middle school I went to was IS 218 Salome Urena. So I got a few more schools to talk about to you guys because many of you people wanting to know, yo, Justin, what was the school you've been through all your life? Which elementary school you went to? Which middle school you went to? Which high school you went to? Which college you went to? Can we know, please? A lot of viewers from YouTube and Instagram followers ask me this. Which schools you've been through all your life? Can you share it? But if you don't, that's fine. I'm actually doing this because a lot of viewers wants to see this shit. So this was my second middle school. Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. And just in case if you want to see the middle school's yearbook, it's here. Simon Baruch Junior High School 104, class of 2007. I basically graduated from this school, this middle school, in the year 2007, June 2007. This is my yearbook, class of 2007. And if you want to see more photos, maybe at the end of the video. I don't want to spoil it too much at the moment. But yeah, this was the second middle school I went to, Simon Baruch Junior High School 104, because the first middle school I went to was IS 218, Salome Urena. That's the reason why I didn't get the middle school yearbook in IS 218, because I wasn't there for 3 years. I was only there for a year, and that's it. So this is my second middle school that I attended to, Simon Baruch Junior High School 104. High school years is coming up next. Stay tuned for more. High school years is next. Don't worry, you guys. It's still daytime. It's still sunrise. It's just a little pitch black. It's not dark just yet. But anyway, this was my second middle school that I went to, Simon Baruch Junior High School. I just gotta say, this middle school was good to me. People were nice to me, the teachers. I like this middle school more than IS 218 because of confidence, self-respect, and everything. Everything in this middle school is a lot to offer. This is a serious school. You have to be here consistently every day. You could be absent like one day out of the whole school year. Take your attendance very seriously, your grades very seriously, and people will respect you. You just have to work hard and stay consistent in this school, because this school, at first when I came to this school, I said I wasn't supposed to be here. I feel like I'm in jail because the way it was designed, the background imagery, it kind of looks like jail to me, but at first it wasn't. It's just a serious school. When it comes to middle schools like this, it's very serious. Attendance is very serious. Work is very serious, and people in that class are 100% serious more than me, because I used to be a class clown. In this second middle school, I used to be a class clown doing stupid shit to attract attention and everything. So you guys, this would be my second favorite middle school to be before my high school years in the nearest future. They had good lunches, good activities, after school activities, and everything. I love this school. This is my second middle school right after IS 218, Salome Urena, because like I said, 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, and 1 college in my record. Because everybody wants to know, my Instagram followers and my YouTuber viewers, they want to know which schools I went to. And I'm sharing everybody my school history, elementary school, middle school, high school, and college. And pretty soon I will work in the nearest future. So this was my second middle school right after right after IS 218, Salome Urena. So stay tuned for more. The next video I'm going to record is Manhattan Village Academy. 2 high schools, Manhattan Village Academy and Jeffrey M. Rapport. So stay tuned for more. This middle school, I gotta say, is great. Everybody is great there. The teachers, the staff, and the food is amazing. And after school activities is seriously great. I recommend this middle school more than IS 218 during my experience. Simon Baruch Junior High School 104 is the best. Next school I'm going to show you is the beginning of my high school years, Manhattan Village Academy. So stay tuned for more for Justin Television, all right? I got 2 more to come before I finish my schooling years Retribution video, because it's all about showing everyone the schools I went to all my life. Manhattan Village Academy High School is coming up next. So stay tuned for more, all right, for Justin Television. All right, you guys, the next school I'm going to show you guys, my high school. Right after Simon Baruch Junior High School 104, the first high school I'm going to show you is Manhattan Village Academy, and my second high school is Jeffrey M. Rapport. It's almost getting dark out, so I better do this quickly because, like I said, I'm going to upload this video on this day. Again, you guys, today is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. Justin's high school video vlogs to show you guys the schools I've been to all my life. So I'm going to show you guys Manhattan Village Academy now. It's right here. Manhattan Village. It's right here. Here it is, you guys. My high school. My first high school. Manhattan Village Academy High School is right here, you guys. I've been here for so many years. It's right here, you guys. Manhattan Village Academy High School. This was the first high school I went to before I went to Jeffrey M. Rapport. I was here for 2 years, 2007 through 2009. It's here, you guys. It's here. Manhattan Village Academy High School. It's here. I was here with one of my middle school classmates a long time ago, but I cannot mention anybody's names without the consent. This was the best high school I ever went to, seriously. Manhattan Village Academy High School. This was the high school I went to when I was a high school student. Yeah, it's really nice here. It's really nice. Manhattan Village Academy High School, you guys. 2007 through 2009. And I'm gonna show you guys the brief summary about what my experience was as a high school student here. I'm so happy to be here. I'm gonna show you guys Manhattan Village Academy High School, because I was only in this high school for 2 years. High school years, 2007 through 2009, high school years. The first high school I went to, like I said, 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools in my record. Good thing I went to 1 college in the nearest future. Class of 2007 through 2009, Manhattan Village Academy. We're here, guys. High school years in this bitch. High school years. So seriously, you guys, this was the first high school that I went to, Manhattan Village Academy High School. October 2007 until June 2009. I was only in this school for 2 years because of commute and the grades, just like I said before, and I'll say it again, commute and the grades at the same time in this bitch. So yeah, I was here with one of my middle school classmates too, but no names without consent. So yeah, during my high school years is when I started taking everything seriously, perfect attendance and good grades at the same time. So yeah, what's my favorite in this school is most likely the cafeteria and the gymnasium in Manhattan Village Academy High School. So this was the first high school that I went to, all right? And I find it very interesting, much more efficient. And the way the school looked, it looked so practical and formal. Yeah. I'm really happy to be in this high school. This was the first high school I attended to, because the second high school I attended to was closer to my house in the Bronx. And like I said, during my middle school years and high school years, I lived in the Bronx with my mom, because I grew up living in Manhattan, New York as a child. But as I got older, as a teenager, at the age of 14, 15, 16, and 17 and all that shit, high school years in this bitch. High school years. So yeah, I like Manhattan Village Academy. A lot of people are so nice to me. The teachers, the staff, the classmates. Everybody was so cool with me, chill with me. I never talked because, like I said, I was acting just like one of my middle school classmates in the 7th grade. The boy with the glasses. Yeah, I started acting just like him, wearing funny t-shirts, be quiet, have a dead serious look in my face, and focus on my work and my attendance at the same time. I started acting just like him and bring a bottle of hand sanitizer with me every single day to school. I started acting just like him to prove to my middle school classmates that I can change, because my middle school classmates may think I'm still a fucking joke. They might think I'm not going to succeed one day, that I'm not going to pass one day, that I'm not going to make it to the top one day, but they're all wrong. They're wrong about me. They don't know shit about me. Just because the way I acted in middle school doesn't mean I'm going to act like that again in the nearest future, all right? Everybody makes mistakes, all right? Everybody can change. Everybody can change. So Manhattan Village Academy High School was really cool. The one thing, not just one thing, the two things I love about the school the most is between the lunchroom, the cafeteria, and the gymnasium. When it's time for gym class, I will go to the girls' locker room. Let's not forget, back then when I used to go to school, I was born as a girl, female to male, right now. Because my original gender at birth, I was a girl, and I had a different name, and I'm not comfortable mentioning my original birth name. I actually mentioned my original birth name in my first middle school, IS 218, if you go back to it. But yeah, I'm not comfortable saying my original birth name or my gender that I was assigned at birth. I was too embarrassed. But yeah, all my life, when it comes to elementary school, middle school, high school, and college, my first entry was a girl, and my original birth name started with a letter K. So yeah, that was my school's entry. Elementary school entry, middle school entry, high school entry, and college entry. Back then, my original birth name was the letter K, and I used to be a girl in this case. So everybody would knew me as the letter K from a long time ago. And a long time ago, I used to be a girl. Right now, I'm legally a boy. I got rid of my female body parts and stuff, and I reinvent myself as a boy. From a girl to a boy, I reinvent myself. This is my new identity as a boy. I'm not sure if my middle school classmates, my high school classmates, or my college classmates know that I changed my identity and my gender in my future self. I'm not sure if they're aware of that. Seriously, I'm not sure at this time in this consistent future. But yes, Manhattan Village Academy was the best school it has to offer. The school is very quiet, serious, and free to mention. And I made a lot of friends in this school. The school is sick. I just love the cafeteria and the gymnasium because it looks so cool looking. And each bell period, the bell rings. Middle school and high school, you switch classes. Middle school, high school, and college, you switch classes for each subject, from ELA, social studies, science, math, gym, art, music, all that shit, all the academic curriculum. You don't stay in the same class. When you were in elementary school, you would stay in the same class all day until lunchtime and gym time. In elementary school, you would stay in the same classroom all day for each subject, for ELA, social studies, science, and math. When you're in elementary school, you stay in the same class the whole day. But when it comes to middle school years, high school years, and college years, you get to be able to switch classes for each subject. You get to be able to switch classes. And when it comes to high school years, you take a lot of examinations, like, for example, the regents examinations when you're in high school. High school years like this shit and the other high school that I attended to, examinations, which is regents examinations, SAT examinations, test preparing examinations from going to college, prep, high school, college, in the nearest future, which schools you desire in the nearest future, right after high school years. So yeah, you guys, seriously, high school years was the best thing that ever happened to me. I finally got back on track. I started being good again, because when I was in elementary school, I was good. When I was in high school, I was good. And when I was in college, I was very good. It turns out when I go to schools closer to home, I behave good. I take everything seriously, my academics, my work, my grades. If I go to school closer to home, everything's okay. But my middle school years wasn't the best time, because the middle schools I went to were far away from home. I had to take the school bus, which was so embarrassing and humiliating. And the way that I acted, my behavior was atrocious and disgusting. We all know that. But yes, when I went to high school, I seriously got back on track. I decided to be good again, so I don't act the way that I used to act during my middle school times. Manhattan Village Academy was the best high school has to offer. But let's not forget, I was only there for 2 years. I wasn't there for 4 years because I started high school 2007 and graduated high school 2011. So yeah, my elementary school years was 1996 through 2004. My middle school years was 2004 through 2007. My high school years was 2007 through 2011. And my college years was 2015 through 2022. I'll get to the college part just a second. But this is the best yet. Manhattan Village Academy High School. My first high school, because my second high school is Jeffrey and Rapport coming up next. So you guys, let me know in the comments below which schools that you liked as a kid or a preteen. Let me know, all right? In the comments below. Did you went to the same school as me? You did? Awesome, great. But if you did not, if you went to a different school, even out the country, like if you went to school in Miami, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada, out of the country, because each student is different, all right? Each student is not the same. Some students went to the same school as you in New York. Some students went to the same school as you in New Jersey. Some students went to the same school as you in other states, depending on where they come from, all right? So yeah, Manhattan Village Academy was the best high school I ever attended to. I wanted to be there for 4 years, seriously. But my parents wanted me to go to school closer to home, so that way my mom and my grandmother doesn't have to freaking worry about me all the damn time. When I started going to Manhattan Village Academy High School, right, I was taking the city bus and the train, and I had a green Metro card. Because some students, when it comes to middle school and high school, some students get the orange Metro card, and some students get the green Metro card, the student's bus pass. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, back in the day, yeah. This was my first high school, all right? Manhattan Village Academy High School. My second high school, I'll get to that in a little bit. So let me know in the comments right below which schools that you attend to all your life in New York, New Jersey, Queens, San Francisco, Bronx, California, whatever. Which schools you ever been to, and what is your favorite schooling year? You must know. For me, in my personal opinion, my favorite schooling years is between high school and college, for me. Elementary school was okay for me. Middle school was not okay because the way I acted. If I had to pick just one, it would be between either high school or college was the best time for me. It was the best absolute time. Okay, my second high school, Jeffrey and Rapport, South Bronx High School is next. Like I said, you guys, 2 years I was in this high school, 2007 through 2009, because of the commute and the grades at the same time. So here it is, you guys, Manhattan Village Academy High School. It's here. This was the first high school I went to before I went to Jeffrey and Rapport High School closer to my house in the Bronx. 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, and 1 college. So here it is, you guys. And I'm going to give you a brief summary about what I think about Manhattan Village Academy High School when I go inside. Manhattan Village Academy for 2 years, 2007 through 2009, my beginning official high school freshman years. Stay tuned for more. Manhattan Village Academy, and my next second high school will be Jeffrey after this. All right, you guys. After I recorded Manhattan Village Academy High School, you guys are going to see my second high school, closer to my house in the Bronx. Just in television here. Again, Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. So you guys can see all the schools I went to, all right? That I experienced and I went to. So you guys are going to see my second high school. My second high school is closer to my house in the Bronx. It's called South Bronx High School, a.k.a. Jeffrey and Rapport. So you guys are going to see it, all right? If you can't see the school clearly, it's because the school is covered by washing windows, just like what happened in IS 218 earlier today, because I did everything today on the same day, June 23rd. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys my second high school right now, Jeffrey and Rapport, closer to my house. My second high school, closer to my house. Here it is, you guys, my second high school, right after Manhattan Village Academy, Jeffrey and Rapport. See, this is my second high school, you guys. My second high school. I think the letter is covered because the letter is on top of the school, the letter. Jeffrey and Rapport. Let's see if I could be able to get it closer to the air. The letter of the school. Unfortunately, I can't because the letter of the school is covered. On top of the school, it says Jeffrey and Rapport. On top of the school, I think it's covered because this is covering it. On top of the school, it shows the letter of the high school, Jeffrey and Rapport High School, but it's covered because they're cleaning the windows, they're covering the windows. So, and I'm not sure if I could get it into a straighter angle. I'm not really too sure because it's not good to be recording in the middle of the street. But yeah, this is my second high school, closer to my house in the Bronx, Jeffrey and Rapport High School, you guys. This was my second high school, closer to my house in the Bronx, as you can see, all right? Yeah, we're gonna record the back of the school building. Maybe the back of the school building, I'll be able to see the sign or some shit because the school is covered. Just like IS 218, the school is covered because they're busy washing windows near the school. They're washing windows. So yeah, the schools are covered because they're washing windows. Every time you see this green shit, they're washing the school's windows by covering it. So yeah, you guys, this was my second high school closer to my house in the Bronx, South Bronx High School. So I'm gonna show you guys the back of the school building, all right? This was my second high school that I went to, Jeffrey and Rapport High School. You can see the building, the school's building, all right? We're gonna record the back of the school for more information of my second high school. As you can see, you guys, the school is covered, just like IS 218. The school is covered by the top of the school because they're too busy washing windows. So I'm gonna show you guys the back of the school's entrance because at the end of the day, the school principal, they give us the Metro card at the end of the day, right? And the back of the school's entrance. So you guys, I'm gonna show you guys the back of the school's entrance where we get out at the end of the day, all right? So yeah, this is my second high school. I like this high school. This high school was so good to me, and it's closer to my house in the Bronx. I will walk to school and walk home consistently every single day, right? And I really like the school because it's closer to commute, and it's easier for my mom and my grandmother not to worry so much because this was my second high school that I went to. The second high school that I went to is right here. So yeah, it is right here. This is where we get out at the end of the day, and both of the principals will stand in the corner giving us the Metro card at the end of the day. So yeah, it's right here, the end of my high school, because this was the second high school I went to in the Bronx, closer to my house. My second high school is right here. It's right here, closer to my house, Jeffrey and Rapport. So we will get out at the school at the end of the day, to get the Metro cards from the two principals standing in the nearest school at the end of the day. So here it is, you guys, my second high school that I went to, my high school years, South Bronx High School. So yeah, this is it, you guys, at the end of the video of my high school years. This was my second high school closer to my house in the Bronx, and I've been here for 2 years. Manhattan Village Academy 2007 through 2009, and South Bronx High School 2009 through 2011. So here it is, you guys, my second high school right after Manhattan Village Academy. This is my second high school, Jeffrey and Rapport, South Bronx High School. This was my second high school, 2009 through 2011. You want to know why? I got transferred because my parents wanted me to go to school closer to home, right? And I've been telling my parents so many times, why couldn't I go to school closer to home when I was in middle school? No excuses. So yeah, this was the second high school I went to right after Manhattan Village Academy High School, right? This high school is called Jeffrey and Rapport, South Bronx High School. But in this case, I had to go to the third floor because when I went to my second high school, I was no longer in... This is one of the good news I want to tell you guys. Hard to believe, but I don't give a shit. Don't judge me. If you don't believe me, fuck you. Have a nice day. So yeah, my second high school, South Bronx High School, Jeffrey and Rapport. The best thing about this school is because when I came here, I became a general ed student in the 11th grade. Hard to believe, I know, because when I used to be in elementary school and middle school, I was in special ed. But high school years and college years, I became general ed. I was no longer in special ed anymore because of my academic standards. So this was my second high school closer to home in the Bronx, South Bronx High School, aka Jeffrey and Rapport. So yeah, I went to the third floor because it turns out the school in the second floor was only for special ed students. But the school in the third floor, it's a different academy and it's only for general ed students. The only thing the school has to share is the cafeteria and the gymnasium with special ed students. General ed students and special ed students have to share the cafeteria and the gymnasium when it comes to lunchtime and physical ed times. So yeah, I was placed in the 3rd floor, and the 3rd floor is called Flags High School, and it's only for general ed students only to be in the 3rd floor. So basically, when I was in the 3rd floor, guess what? This was just like PS 128. I had to wear a fucking uniform every day again, but except Fridays, because every Fridays you get to wear whatever you want, which is a good thing, because I was getting pissed off that I said to myself, oh my fucking God, do I have to wear a uniform again? This reminds me so much of elementary school with this bullshit. Fucking dress code, am I right? But yeah, I don't have to worry, all right? Because the second high school that I went to closer to my house in the Bronx, you get to wear a uniform Monday through Thursday, but every Fridays you can wear whatever you want, you wish to please. Jeans, shorts, t-shirt. They don't give a fuck, all right? The one thing I hate about school is the dress code, because I don't want to fucking wear the same clothes every damn day. But you cannot disrespect the school's dress code, because if you do, you could get in trouble. And I'm not willing to go for that. But anyway, this was my second high school closer to my house in the Bronx. And when I went to this school, I was no longer, like I said, I was no longer in special education anymore because of my academic standards, my highly advances. Because when I was in elementary school, high school, and college, I always get A's and B's in my report card, which means honors students for straight A's and B's in the report cards and shit. Because like I said, during my high school years and college years, I took everything seriously so I could get better grades, perfect attendance records, all that shit. Because me personally, I prefer to be absent one day out of the whole school year, which is good, because it shows dedication and devotion for a lot of middle school students and high school students and college students to apply for. Yes. Elementary school, I was absent one day out of the whole school year. High school, I was absent one day out of the whole school year. College, I was absent one day out of the whole school year. And all of that was in the month of October. From elementary school to middle school, October 8th. But high school years and college years, October 25th. My personal day off, one day out of the whole school year to get perfect attendance. But like I said before, middle school years wasn't the best time, and my attendance was terrible. In middle school years, I had excessive multiple absence. But elementary school, high school, and college, I was only absent one day out of the whole school year. Hard to believe, right? But if you check my report card and my records, which I always show in my YouTube channel, because I always tell the truth. In my YouTube channel, I always tell the truth, so everybody can trust me and believe me. So yeah, this was the second high school that I went to, you guys, closer to my house in the Bronx. Because let's not forget, middle school years and high school years, I moved to the Bronx with my parents and my siblings. Because when I was just a baby and a little kid, I was living with my grandparents, my mom and my grandparents, when I was just a kid. Elementary school times and the beginning of middle school times too. Because I started moving with my mom to her new house when I was in middle school, but in the 8th grade. So yeah, this was my second high school. And like I said before, I couldn't get the Manhattan Village Academy high school yearbook. So the second high school that I went to, closer to my house, I got my high school yearbook. This was class of 2010 and 11 high school yearbook. Because let's not forget, I started high school 2007 and graduated high school 2011. Because high school years is 4 years, am I right? So yeah, this was my second yearbook. Because my first yearbook was Simon Baruch Junior High School 104 instead of IS 218. So instead of Manhattan Village Academy, it would be South Bronx High School yearbook, class of 2011. So yeah, you guys, let me know in the comments below which years is the best of your schooling years. Do you like elementary school the best, middle school the best, high school the best, or college the best? Because after high school, I'm going to record college and to give you a brief summary and my experience about it. And you let me know in the comments below which is the best times you had when you used to be a school student. Unfortunately for me, I'm no longer a school student. I'm 34 years old and my schooling years is over. Finito. It's done. I don't have to go to school anymore. But I do love talking about my schooling years and sharing this with you guys so you guys can know that I care. And I love school. I love making friends, good lunches, recess times, all that shit. But remember, high school years is not always about fun. It's always seriousness. High school years and college years is always about seriousness, and especially test times. Because when I was in high school, I took the Regents examinations and the SAT examinations in order to go to college. Because in order for you to go to college, you need to pass your Regents examination and your SAT examination in order to go to college. Or if you don't want to go to college, you could get a job as well with your high school diploma. That counts too. And if you guys want to see my high school diploma and my college degree diploma, sad to say, I'm sorry, I cannot show you that in this video because of security reasons. If you guys seriously want to see my high school diploma and my college associate's degree diploma, just send me a direct message on my Instagram and I will show it to you personally in my Instagram message, all right? Because I take good care of my responsibilities to avoid high school diploma fraud, embezzlement, and identity theft. Because my high school diploma and my college degree diploma is sacred. I don't just show it to random strangers, whether they're going to take a picture of it and take advantage of. My high school diploma and my college degree diploma has to be secured, secret place. If you seriously want to see it and get to know about it, ask me for permission. Ask me for permission, send me a DM on Instagram, and you'll see it yourself, and that's it. Because unfortunately, I cannot share you guys my Regents High School diploma and my college associate's degree, because you want to know why? There's a school out there that's plagiarizing the high school diplomas and giving it to the students who didn't went to those institutions. I cannot mention the name or information about that school because that school, I find that school very stupid, dumb, retarded, and they're fucking idiots. Why would you take some credit that doesn't fucking belong to you, all right? Always keep your high school diploma and your college degree diploma secure. Do not show it to random strangers that you don't personally know that they're going to take advantage of you in the nearest future. Keep your high school diploma and your college degree diploma safe, all right? Do not show it to the people you don't even know. Because this can happen. This can happen if you're not careful. So yeah, you guys, this was the second high school that I went to, South Bronx High School, aka Jeffrey and Rapport. So yeah, second high school. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, from school to school to school to school for two main reasons: commute and grades at the same time. So you guys leave a comment right below. What is your favorite schooling years? Do you find this interesting, nice, awesome, great? I'm sharing this with you guys because I've been getting a lot of comments in my channel asking me, yo, Justin, which school you ever been to? Like, which elementary school you've been to, which middle school you've been to, which high school you've been to, and which college you've been to. We want to get to know you. We want to know about your background, your history, your school's legacies, whatever. Just send me a DM, all right? Send me to the direct message on my Instagram or YouTube, and I'll be happy to share it with you guys. Not right away, not in 24 hours. Just wait until then. And last but not least, college. And the college that I went to is called Hostos Community College. That's the last school I went to right after high school graduation. After college, that's it. There's no more schools to show you guys anymore. Hostos Community College is the last school setting. So there you have it, you guys. My second high school right after Manhattan Village Academy, South Bronx High School, aka Jeffrey and Rapport. This was the second high school that I attended right after Manhattan Village Academy. Like I said, 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 2 high schools, all right? So there you see it. There you see it, you guys. My second high school, South Bronx High School, aka Jeffrey and Rapport. This is the second entrance of the school for all the students to get out at the end of the day and all that stuff, all right? This was my second high school. 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, and 1 college. So 1 more school to go. Hostos Community College. My future college awaits. So you guys saw Jeffrey and Rapport outside of the school. And usually across the street from the high school, right over there, this is where we have recess. Outside of the high school, close across the street from the high school, over there in that building, that playground, is where we have recess. Seriously. My high school years, I gotta say, my high school years is the best. Seriously. I love my high school years. Now, college. Hostos Community College. And then to close out the video, and let me know in the comments what you think about my schooling years, all right? Last but not least, College. And last but not least, my college, all right? This is the last school I'm gonna show you guys until the schooling years has been concluded. The last but not least, this was the college that I went to right after high school, Hostos Community College. This is the last school I'm gonna show you guys until the end of the video. Right after high school, I went to this college, 2015 through 2022. This was the last school I went to right after high school years. Check it out, you guys. Yeah, you guys, as you can see, this was the last school I went to all my life, college years, Hostos Community College. This was the last school I went to right after high school, and I'm so happy and excited to share this with you guys. So this was the last school that I attended to right after high school, Hostos College. This used to be the last school I attended to. I gotta say, this college is great, it's awesome, and I've been here so many years, and it's so exciting. The people here are nice, kind, they share snacks with me. I have the greatest professors of all time. So this was the college that I went to right after high school years, and I gotta say, this college is amazing. So yeah, this was the last school I attended to right after high school years. This was the college that I attended to, and I'm so happy to share this with you guys. Guys, this was the last school I went to right after high school. This was my college, Hostos, from the Bronx. So this was the last school I went to, and I'm gonna show you guys the inside of the school later on today. So you guys can let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite schools? Did you went to the same school as me? Good, awesome, great. So this was the college I went to right after high school years. So you guys can see what the college is about. We're about to go inside now. So stay tuned for more so you can see the experience of my college years on the inside. Stay tuned for more. Okay, you guys, I'm inside the university because I recorded outside of the university earlier today. So I'm only here for 10 minutes to discuss about my college years. So you guys, I'm in college. I graduated several years ago. So this was the last school I went to right after high school because I went to 2 high schools, Manhattan Village Academy and Jeffrey M. Rapport. And this is the best thing yet, going to college in my nearest future so I could get one last education before I enter into the real world out there by getting a job, all right? So yeah, going to this college is amazing. The staff was nice, the professor was nice, the public safety officers are nice. So yeah, I'm happy to be in this university, even though I graduated 4 years ago, because my college graduation was in June 2022. So this university is the best thing that ever happened to me. I got a lot of help from the Door company from the Door, which is Joyce Payton and Kirk and January Johnson. Those people helped me to get my GED, but the thing is I didn't need my GED because I showed them my Regents High School diploma, because the Door is for the Door Association in 147th Street across the street. It's only about students getting their GED, but in my case, I didn't need a GED because I got the Regents High School diploma. I was there for like a couple of months, like October through November in 2014 and 2015, and then I came to Hostos to be a college freshman in the fall semester 2015 CUNY Start Math. Everybody helped me. I was struggling when I was a college freshman. I was struggling because everything happened to me for a reason during my college years. I was struggling and I thought I wasn't going to be able to get book money or anything, but it turns out the financial aid refund happens when you apply for financial aid. And I've been through a lot of struggles as a college student. I've been through a lot of struggles, and I got some help from the advisors, my counselors, and my professors, because they were so nice and kind. They take their time to help me so I don't get the struggle feeling, because I was under a lot of struggles at first when I was a college freshman because I didn't know what to do. So I got a lot of help. And then as I got older and I got out of remedial classes during my college years, I got to the college level courses and I know what to do. I know the procedure, I know the steps, I know the choreography, the audacity. I got everything covered because everybody helped me, because this college is very special. It's full of community, a level of love, with a lot of passion, compassion, love, helping others, because this university helped me a lot until I graduated. I love this university so much. It helped me get through graduation and helped me pass every single classes I took. Because like I said, I was a straight A, B student when I was in elementary school, high school, and college. I was a straight A and B student. I was honor students. But like I said, middle school wasn't the best time because I used to do stupid shit and my grades were slipping and I wasn't taking everything seriously. So yeah, you guys, being in this university opened my eyes because a lot of help, a lot of love and compassion, and every single professors are nice and kind and they take their time to help you. But if they don't have time to help you, they will tell you to go to the writing center for after school tutoring, like for math after school tutoring, for ELA after school tutoring. It's not basically just math after school tutoring. It's a lot of subjects for after school tutoring near the computer area, because the computer area is in this side of the hallway and the other side of the hallway is the writing center area, because the writing center is where you get after school tutoring for ELA, social studies, science, math, physics, chemistry. You get help from tutors and tutors help you. They take their time, they take out of their time and compassionate, and they're nice and kind to help you and everything. This college was the best thing that ever happened to me. I got a lot of help, a lot of love, compassion, and everybody here is so nice and kind to help me in this university, for me to grow in this university and to become successful in this university, because I graduated this university 4 years ago, June 2022, and we're in June 2026. My college graduation here was Thursday, June 2nd, 2022. I graduated this university 4 years ago. So yeah, you guys, if you're planning to come to Hostos, this is exactly where you want to be, because Hostos is the best and everybody is so loving, passionate, compassionate, and they take their time to help you out. Mentors, tutors, everybody, all right? So yeah, I'm about to close out the video because this video is about to end. And again, you guys, today is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. I upload all this video about my schooling years today to keep my YouTube episodes consistent. So you guys, let me know in the comments below which of these schools you find it the best. What is your favorite school time? Elementary school, middle school, high school, or college? Let me know in the comments below. Which of these schools are your favorite pastimes? Because unfortunately, I don't go to school anymore. My schooling days are over, seriously. My last school to attend to was here, college, and that's it. So let me know in the comments below, all right, which is the best times of your schooling years. I'm about to close out the video, and you guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I reached up to 600 subs this year. Let's hope I get up to 1K in the nearest future. So you guys, I'm about to close out the video, and let me know about your personal schooling years. To close out the video, I'll see you guys soon. I just gotta say, you guys, this college was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm gonna record more at the university inside later today, so you guys can see what the college looks inside. So yeah, this was the college I went to right after high school, right after I graduated high school in the class of 2011. But I didn't go to college right away because I decided to take some time off. So as you can see, this was the college that I went to, Hostos. And we're gonna go behind the school building at the park to show you guys what the college looks like. See, this is the college that I went to, Hostos, in the Bronx, right after high school years. This was the college that I went to. I gotta say, this college was amazing. There were a lot of good professors, good school lunches, and everybody was so nice to me, my classmates, because I took college very seriously and I did the right thing to get rewarded. And I graduated class of 2022 right after the pandemic and everything was okay. My college years, I gotta say, was the best. Seriously, the best. My college years, Hostos Community College. Elementary school, I went closer to home. High school, I went closer to home, and especially college, closer to home. Because when I was in middle school, I had to take the school bus, which was so humiliating and embarrassing. But this was the best yet for my nearest future, going to college in the nearest future. So there you have it, you guys. Like I said, you guys, my college years was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so happy to attend this college, and if you want more information about my schooling years, comment on my channel and subscribe. So yeah, this is the college that I went to, Hostos Community College, South Bronx. And college years was the best. I gotta say, college years was the best years of my life. I met great professors, great teachers and staff, school lunches. Everything was absolutely great. And I'm so happy to attend this college right after high school. But unfortunately, I didn't go to college right away. I was supposed to go to college in 2011, but I took some time off. So I decided to start going to college in the year 2015 as a college freshman in the fall semester 2015. This college was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm just so happy to be there. The college that I attended to right after high school. So yeah. So there you have it, you guys. My high school years was the best, and my college years, my high school years was the best, and my college years was also the best. And I gotta say, out of all, middle school wasn't the best. Only elementary school, high school, and college was the best. Because you want to know why? Those were the only two schools. No, not two. Those were the only three schools I went to closer to home, so I could take the city bus and the train and hang out with my friends after school and join after school activities, clubs, and all that shit. So I was happy and excited to attend to this university. This university is amazing, great. I got a lot of help from mentors, advisors, camp counselors when I went to this university. This university was the best thing that ever happened to me. So you guys, let me know in the comments below about your schooling years. Elementary school, middle school, high school, and college. Awesome, absolutely great. I'm just so happy to attend the schools that I went to closer to home, because middle school wasn't the best time, seriously, because I was taking the school bus and it was humiliating and embarrassing. But I gotta say, out of all my schooling years, I pick high school and college is the best, absolute best. Because I was only absent one day. If I go to, like, you guys listen to me. If I go to a school closer to home, all right, it's easier for my mom and my grandmother, so they don't have to worry and panic as much. Elementary school, high school, and college, I was absent one day out of the whole school year. But middle school, I had excessive multiple absence, and I was not too thrilled about it or too happy about it. So you guys check out Hostos Community College. This was the college I started going in the year 2015. Technically, I was supposed to start going to college in 2011, but I took some time off. So you guys leave a comment right below and let me know everything. I'm about to close out the video soon because I'm going to go inside to the university and check things out. So let me know during your schooling years which schooling years for you was the best. Elementary school, middle school, high school, or college. You let me know, all right? What I have to pick throughout my experience, I got to say between high school years and college years for me is the best. Stay tuned for more, you guys. Stay tuned for more. Okay, you guys, I hope you find this video very satisfying. Comment on my YouTube channel and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos for the past 11 years. I've been doing this project for 11 years, during college years, I presume. So yeah, this is my new setting. I'm a YouTuber content creator who knows everything about technology, video editing, video processing, and everything. Like I said, I learned all of this shit in college. Seriously, I learned every possibility that I can do for video editing, cropping, and memorization during my college years. So yeah, you guys, this is the ending of the video of my school's Retribution. Justin's Serious School's Retribution. That's the name of the episode that you guys are seeing today. Again, today is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. My high school years, my elementary school years, my middle school years, my high school years, and especially my college years. So everyone out there will get to know me, to find out the schools I've been to all my life, and some photos with friends, family, teachers, and everything. Every picture tells a story. Even calendar dates tells a story too. So I'm about to close out the video now. You guys saw it all. You saw my elementary school years, my middle school years, my high school years, and especially my college years. You guys saw it all right? All my life, I've been a student all my life, and I became successful during my high school graduation and my college graduation in the nearest future. Oh, also, before I close out the video, I wanted to show you guys my yearbooks so you guys can get the gist of which schools I went to all my life, from middle school and high school. Middle school yearbook, right? And high school yearbook. If you guys want to see more photos or information, again, DM me on Instagram to get direct messages, just in case if you want brief further information and want to deep in, like how well that I did during my middle school years and high school years. All right, this is my middle school yearbook, class of 2007, because I graduated from middle school in June 2007, and this is my high school yearbook, class of 2011, because I graduated from high school in June 2011. Like I said, if you guys want to get deeper and know so much about my schooling years, just send me direct message on my Instagram. All right, I will link it right below in my channel. Send me direct message to Instagram and YouTube as much as possible. My Instagram is JustinTVZ and my YouTube is Justin Television. Those are my only two social media platforms that I use nowadays, all right? So yeah, follow me in those social media platforms because you won't find me anywhere else. I just think social media is too much, and like I said, I don't like to draw attention. The only attention I'm doing is I'm doing this just for myself, not for anybody to please you, to like you. I don't give a shit. I don't, all right? I'm not doing it to get attention. I'm doing this for me, all right? Just for me. So yeah, elementary school years, middle school years, high school years, and especially college years. And in the nearest future, I'll work for a living. That depends what something goes on in the nearest future for Justin Television. I hope you guys find this video very satisfying. Comment down my channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Hit that like button, leave some comments, and hit or jam that subscribe button. So this is your boy Justin Television signing out. His schooling years has been concluded. I don't go to school anymore because I'm in my 30s now. So you get the gist of this shit. See you guys next time. See you guys.